All right, perfect.
All right, welcome to episode 17 of the Last Shot podcast.
Blackout podcast.
This is
Blackout
the
podcast.
the one where
Blackout.
I have no more eardrums.
By blackout, I'm not sure if
I
he
will
means
again.
drinking too much or turning
it's
off the lights.
supposed to be turning
but
off all the lights.
I think
but
it's a
we'll
little bit of
see.
both.
All right.
Oh, damn.
Turn that back on.
You did check the laptop
Your
and make
shit's
sure
not
it'll stay on, didn't
on.
you?
Yeah. Oh, well, no. But yes, let me look real quick.
Chris
Well,
is going to
yeah,
be the only
no.
one without a blackout tonight.
So I did see.
He
Options.
needs to see what's
I did
going on.
see a
Chris,
thing
I am.
that said-
I can't. Hold on.
Have you ever seen? There's a Instagram page
Thank you.
that is Midwesterners versus everyone or something like that.
Yeah.
And
It's a Twitter page, too, isn't it?
Maybe,
'Cause
yeah.
I see you like
or that
things
is,
from them
it's
sometimes.
Twitter, yeah. They had one the other day, and it was how Midwesterners reply to any question you ask them. And it was yes, or it was yeah, no,
Yep.
equals no.
Yeah.
And then it was no, yeah, equals yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit, that is true.
Yep.
And it's like no, yeah, yes, or yes.
And then,
no,
yeah, there was one more that was,
And it was like,
just
maybe.
as messed up. Yeah.
I think it's because the first yeah is like
Is
the
a
acknowledging that
response,
you
yep.
understood
And then
the
the second
information
one is
and
your
then
actual
no is-
answer,
yeah,
yep.
is-
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
definitely.
yeah, no.
All right,
So-
ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a Jaeger bomb this week. It's just
Jaeger
Jaeger
bombs.
and Red Bull.
Because it
That's
is the
all
Blackout podcast.
Because it is the Blackout
And
podcast.
so we
Honestly,
go
I'm going to be
black
honest
the
with you guys.
fuck out.
In my 4 years of actually being legally able to drink, I have never had a Jaeger bomb
Oh,
Really?
ever.
well, I dropped out of college, so I didn't have very many either. Here we go.
Cheerios,
I went
boys.
to community college.
Hold the fuck
So I
on.
had plenty.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 5 years.
Yeah, because you got to count.
Because you
all
are
of
almost
21.
done with your
25.
25
Whatever.
as well.
What did I
Yeah.
say?
You said
4
4
years.
4 years. Whatever.
And 7 years
Technically,
ago.
it hasn't hit 5 years yet, so he's good.
All right,
Jaeger
here we
bombs.
go. Jaeger bomb.
Cheers.
Took mine with my left hand, and Joel took his with his right, and,
And,
Joel almost made me just biff it all over the front
I'm
of
not
myself.
so much a fan of that.
Lights out, boys.
And then we
That's
turn the
fuck-
lights off.
The
Oh,
light-
yeah.
Hey, Chris, is it still recording?
Should probably double check just to make sure.
It is.
I
Cool.
said that Chris is the
Awesome.
only one that can look.
I would also say maybe check again in like what might be 10 minutes or so.
I think we should move around
Just
the
to
room.
make sure.
Just have
Yeah.
random.
Just
too.
get off the mics and
Yeah.
We should
fucking
play hide and seek.
carry our mics around with us.
Yeah.
Get
If they
in
were
your-
wireless, I'd be down, but they are
Welcome.
not.
Get in your hiding spot and just talk.
Welcome to the Spooky Boo podcast.
Hey!
Brought to you by Matt's Bathtub.
Math's bathtub.
Math tub.
The hiding place that Chris uses way too often.
I honestly didn't think anybody would be stupid enough to use the bathtub as a hiding place.
Hey, I
whenever
had
we
a couple
play.
really good
Hey,
spots in
robbers
there.
I don't
use
know.
it all the time, okay?
If anyone else knows what we're talking about.
Oh,
we
we
play
play
hide-
hide and seek in my house
Oh, yeah.
randomly.
Well,
I really
it's
don't
out.
like how dark
It's out.
it is.
Hey, all right. No, you want to know what I feel right now? Is
it my leg?
I don't
Is it
feel
my hand?
No, I don't feel like we are podcasting. I feel like we're listening to one because I only hear your voice, but I don't see you.
True.
That's fair.
So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm listening
fair.
to
I'm
it
not-
happen as it.
Mm.
I'm not high enough for this, Joel.
I was gonna
thought.
say we should do this. We're fucking baked. This would be crazy.
I'll be the only one
All right,
sober.
theme for next week's podcast.
Oh shit!
We're gonna have to go to Colorado to do this because I'm not trying to get indicted.
Oh, shit, yeah. You
No one
guys
knows
did a
our address
podcast drunk
or something. Or
high.
God damn you, Brendan.
oh, we gotta bleep that.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I think there was just Brendan talking at that point.
We need
in
to
time, so
block
it'll be
the
easy
front
for me
door.
to cut it.
Well, the whole thing is like I can't see to my right, and I don't
can
like
see a
that.
little
I
bit.
need
There's
to
still
see
one more light
what
on.
is
All right, hold on.
coming
It's starting to lighten
what
up
it
a
from
is?
the
lot.
door.
If we block that one window and the front door, we would be pitch black.
Yeah,
Completely
it's starting to
pitch
lighten up.
But
once you get
even
used
over
to it.
there, because the light's
Just
over
put a-
there, I can't really see
Put
anybody
a
around
blanket
me.
in the front door and close it.
Like,
Holy
Brendan
fuck,
just
Brendan
took off
left.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Also,
my god!
because
Is he
of the
turning
way
off the
that
lights
the,
upstairs?
Yeah,
Is that what it
he's-
is?
Yeah.
Because of the way that the
scared
mixer
shit out of
is,
me.
it kind of seems like there's a fire back here.
Oh, hold
because
on.
of-
Yeah, it does.
Brendan, turn off the front light. That'll help the window.
Yeah, well.
Brendan, turn off the front light.
That's not the front light.
Jesus.
Now we're all blind.
Good luck, everybody else.
Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, that made it dark as frick.
Did you? Yeah, I can see shit. It didn't do a whole lot. Oh, well, fuck it. We're good.
Oh, it did a lot.
It did do a lot. It's dark.
Except
as
for
fuck.
that phone light.
Here,
but-
everyone look over here so I can blind you real quick.
Jesus.
You fucker.
Now it's dark as hell.
It doesn't. I mean, I get blinded, but I do that shit all the time. when I'm
Blinded by-
hunting.
So
the
did
light.
you know that back
Red
in
like
like
a
pirate
goose.
times,
Arr.
the eye patches?
Hey,
Yes.
can you marry
Was
your own
actually-
person on the boat?
Well,
No,
no, the
we found
pirates
that out.
the pirates actually wore eye patches so that when they would come out at night, they would be able to see perfectly fine and their eyes would be adjusted.
I have heard that.
Yep,
And Mythbusters
Yep.
actually tested it, and
it works.
it was 100% true. Yeah.
Hey,
So you know why?
hey, Chris.
yeah.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
You
It'd
think
be
it
the
may
C.
be R, but it'd be C.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
the C.
It'd be the C.
It'd
We
be
are
C.
children.
You know why they have like?
no, we just enjoy good puns.
Yes.
Hey, you
Fair.
know what'd be hilarious? Sorry. If someone came in your house right now
I'm about
We would
No,
have
that's
absolutely
why
no
I
clue.
said-
we wouldn't hear them.
and we were just
We would hear 'em.
downstairs chatting up a storm
in the
and it was
dark.
dark as
They'd
fuck.
probably leave. They'd be like,
There's some kind of cult circle going on
like,
down there.
these motherfuckers are crazy.
You gotta-
leave.
I'd throw my fucking beer at the guy.
You got a
Eat
door
this.
You
over
wouldn't be able
there?
to see.
I wouldn't waste a beer.
Oh, if
You'd
he
hit the
came-
wall. You'd put it through the wall.
No, Chris, if he came past the wall, like where the fridge is at,
Yeah.
I'd fucking peg him in his head.
You got a door
Say
over
the
there
word
and
peg
it kinda
again,
lo-
but slower.
it kind of looks
Peg.
like a shadow. Peg.
Peg.
Pegging. There we go. I wish again I had isolation abilities because that was perfect.
Yeah. Go ahead. Chris.
What is the one word that affects you negatively, like that you can't stand to hear somebody say?
Moist.
Is it
Yeah,
moist?
It's not me. I just
No.
wanted to say
It's
it.
pretty common.
Mine
I mean, that
Moist
is one
doesn't
of the
bug
most
me.
common ones.
I really like moist though.
I'm not
Yeah.
a fan of the word. The word.
Jesus.
There's a sound clip.
Oh no.
What was that accent?
That was Irish. That was
I
Irish.
don't think Trace is here
it was
anymore.
From Euro trip.
Trace
You know,
isn't
he's
here.
like you and.
Okay, we're back. We're back on the
Man.
Blackout podcast.
Uh,
We've lost one.
We lost about 3 minutes
We
there.
lost a full
And-
human.
The person
Matt
who
is
owns the
gone.
house we're in.
That's okay.
My trigger word is flesh.
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 Why
yeah.
flesh?
I'm just not a fan.
So there's a
Just not a
guy
fan.
who I've played games with on Xbox whose name is Furry Flesh Flute. How does that make you feel?
Oh my god,
Mm.
that's dying.
Not a fan. Get his
God.
fucking inhaler. Jesus.
Hold on.
Get his Wi-Fi password first. Damn.
Oh fuck! What the fuck?
out! I can't see shit.
I'm gonna,
So
Brendan. You're gonna make me piss myself
so
when I'm
Trace-
editing this because I'm gonna forget that you scream like that.
Well, I was scary.
What?
Trace just turned the lights on.
No,
for those
see,
of you
so
that
the
have
problem
no idea
is
what-
I'm just drunk enough that you saying that made me think of the scene in the movie, and then I just thought of the whole movie, and I just fucking lost it.
You know what movie's great? Sex Drive. Seth Green's entire character in that
the
movie.
best part is
makes
when
it
they're in the carriage and he's like, "Yeah, I met this girl on the internet," and he's like, "Internet?"
internet.
And then he's like, "Yeah, this thing where you get on a computer." And he's like, "Computer?"
That's so funny.
Like, no, man, I'm just fucking with you. I know what the internet
yeah,
is.
we know what the internet is. What do you
I
think we
laughed
are?
so hard.
What's
Rumspringer!
What's he say about the car? He's like, oh yeah, I'm just an Amish guy. I wouldn't know anything about a big block 464 like fucking Ram Air
He
engine or whatever.
explains it.
It's like, what the fuck?
The best part is the two brothers? They're like, "What's up? What's up? Want to see our dicks? You can see him from space." Is that Adam Devine?
Adam Devine?
Is he one of the brothers?
No, I bet not.
See, I would look it up, but it's the
No
Blackout
way.
podcast. Oh,
Well,
it's
yeah.
No,
Well,
I
look
can
it up.
see.
God! Now there's more light.
You
Oh my
fucking
God.
cat! What the fuck?
Well, the vampire, but yes.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I thought I killed Matt with that joke.
It's a pretty good joke. It's too bad I'm gonna have to cut it.
Ah,
Maybe just
boo.
bleep it.
Yeah.
I might leave it in just
Actually-
because
Would
the
it be
context
okay?
is
No,
there.
if
Yeah.
you
I was gonna say,
if
would it
you
be okay
bleep-
since he's quoting a movie?
I think that because I'm all about context. Context is very important. So. But and yet I say that, and yet I cut the entire phonetic alphabet bit because Joel couldn't think of what the word for R would be, and then I had to
What do
say
you
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That one I will probably cut.
Just beep it. Just bleep.
Well, I mean, cut meaning either beeping or cutting out. It depends on.
Censor.
Honestly, so
it's
my
abs-
process, I say, having only edited 15 podcasts in my life, That's
It's 15
not
more than
entirely
me.
true. It's like
16.
It's like
At least.
18. Well, I guess 16 with when the release of this. But my process is that if it's something that I can isolate and just pull the entire like bit out, then I will just cut it at a point where like silence is happening, so it doesn't
Right.
sound like anything's going on.
That makes
It
sense.
makes it a lot harder to do when we do video, because then I have to like put
Right.
a plate up. What?
According to IMDb, Adam Devine was not in Sex Drive.
Oh. That would have been right around the time where his career started, though, so that's interesting that he's not in there. Although, wait, when did that movie come out? 2000.
It wasn't on his page, so I didn't
10?
even keep looking.
I highly doubt he was in it then.
He's only a couple years older than me.
He
So,
graduated in like 2005, 2006.
Oh, it was the guy
yeah,
who
he's only a couple years older.
It's the
than
guy who plays Axel in the middle. That's who it is.
me. Ah.
Eh?
Sure.
Real descriptive, yeah. No. clue what
Anyway,
that
if
show is.
if there's too much other shit going
Yeah.
on, then I'll just beep it because there's no.
Fair enough.
Plus, beeps are funny. That's why I threw that one in the last episode.
All right, Joel, your head looks like an alien sitting
Ooh.
from over here.
His name is Charlie McDermott. That's who it is.
Oh,
What's up?
okay.
What's up?
No idea who that is.
He's hilarious.
All right, phone off. Too much. light.
Blackout.
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 Blackout. Call of Duty Black Ops.
Blacka.
Blackout.
That's one game that we should have played was Blackout.
Yeah. But now
I
Apex
agree.
Legends is just taking over the
Yeah.
entire market for
Well, of
Battle
course
Royale,
it has.
so.
It's a new battle
Oh,
royale
God.
game. With
Well,
a
I mean-
little different
It
stuff
has nothing to
to
do
it.
with it being a new battle. Oh, Joel. Who's in my
I
mouth?
know. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, he was on my
Joel
leg
is
earlier.
in your mouth.
Whoa.
That
Good.
is
Good to know.
Easy.
one of my favorite Dane Cook bits is, hey, let's turn off all the lights and play Who's in My Mouth. That's kind of what we're doing right now.
What happened to him?
Well, he had one good special, two good specials, and then his comedy didn't hold up to, like, time. I think, is-
Criticism.
Yeah, well, that and, like,
And then he
It's-
started
it's kinda
being
like-
in movies, and everyone's like, "Oh."
I actually didn't
No,
mind
he,
him in
like,
the movies he was in.
died.
He was
Okay.
actually, like,
Okay,
good.
Still
but
alive?
name 3 movies that Dane Cook was in.
I think he was only in 2. It was Good Luck Chuck, and there was another one he was
waiting.
Waiting.
in. Dane Cook was not in Waiting. That's Ryan Reynolds, you
No,
he
Dane
was in
Cook was a
Waiting. He was in
cook.
the
Was he in Waiting?
fucking
he was one of the
kitchen.
line cooks in Waiting.
That's
yes.
the movie I remember.
Okay.
All right,
And
so
then-
2.
and then
Waiting
Good
and
Luck
Good
Chuck.
Luck Chuck.
Okay, I guess the second one that I was thinking about was Waiting, and then Employee of the Month.
Oh,
Oh,
he's in
yeah.
that.
He's
Yeah.
like the main
Jessica
character.
This
Is he in
Alma.
the Slam and Salmon? Because
Beal.
I think that Slam and Salmon and Employee of the Month are
I
the
have
same people.
no
Or no, it
idea.
was Slam and Salmon and
That's,
I've
Brewery
never
one.
seen that movie.
Slam and Salmon is
Never heard of it.
Broken Lizard, Super Troopers guys.
They also
Hey,
did
they're
one
coming out
about
with a
the
TV show.
like they were working at a brewery or whatever. I don't
This
remember
is
the
an
name.
Beer
81
Fest?
Honda. How
No,
dare
it
you?
wasn't. How dare you?
How dare?
No, his comedy is kind of like Adam Sandler movies in the 90s. Like if you were to make an Adam Sandler movie, like if you make Billy Madison now,
Oh God.
it does not hold up. The comedy doesn't
No.
hold up. The only way that people like Billy Madison is because they watched it then or when they were younger or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same argument I have for why I'll probably never watch The Goonies because I don't think it's going to
Oh,
hold up.
shut
God.
The Goonies
Mouth.
is a good movie.
Goonies
Yeah.
is the best movie ever made.
Okay,
So-
so is it
About
still a
best
good
movie
movie
ever
if you
made, but
haven't
it's a
seen
good
it and you're 28 years old?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
still good?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Are you
not
sure?
for children.
Still it
It's
is.
still
John
fun.
Cena, are you sure about that?
It's still
Are you
fun.
sure
Who are
about
you calling
that?
John Cena?
That's his.
Chris,
That's the
how can
meme.
you- how
Is
can
John
you
Cena
say-
says, "Are you sure about that?"
How can you say that it wouldn't be good if you haven't seen it?
I
Yeah.
haven't. You're right.
Yeah, so
But my
shut
thing
up.
is that I'm
Right,
worried that it
hypocrite.
won't hold up because
Well,
it's like a
stop
kids
worrying
movie.
and watch it. You
It's
won't
not
know
a
one
kid's
until you
movie.
try.
Bring your standards
Hey,
down a bit.
you
Jeez.
guys.
Listen, I
Oh,
don't
come
know
on
if you
now.
can get any lower than my standards.
Also, we had a new dishwasher start at work, and this kid is
Didn't
I
know what to
think
do with that, did ya?
16 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, so he, as a position, started. I thought you meant like you started your dishwasher.
You're just back there
Yeah.
We got
pulling the
No,
cord.
Seriously though,
We
this
got a new
fucking-
2-stroke dishwasher today. That's pretty good.
we started a dishwasher at work.
This
Oh,
fucking kid is like 6'2".
he no 6'2". I'm 5'11". He's like 7'2". This kid
Okay,
is
I heard
tall.
he's 16 earlier. Now he's 6'2".
He's
or-
16
and
years
6'2"?
old.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
about. I would say he's probably about 6'8".
So you're up to
Statistically, he'll
you're
play
up-
in the
Jesus
NBA.
Christ.
He is a big ass.
So
oh,
you're
his
up
dad.
to his belly button.
His dad also works with us. His dad is about 5'4",
Yeah.
5'5",
Yeah.
Huh,
He's
that
a
ain't his
short
kid.
dude.
and he's
That's
6'8". Yeah,
A mailman's son.
big
Yeah.
difference.
Exactly.
But this kid is a bigger kid as well, and he just he's a really really nice guy too, but he has the demeanor of sloth. from the Goonies.
Okay, yeah.
And it has been stated, I wish I could buy him a Superman T-shirt and a Baby Ruth.
See, the thing is that I've seen.
Would he know though? Like, could you do that? Because he probably would not know.
I don't think he would know. He is from a different country. I doubt he has ever seen the Goonies.
So I had two comments to that. One,
Do the truffle shuffle.
I've seen all the good parts of the Goonies. I don't think I need to see the entire movie.
Yeah, you do.
Also-
You need to see the entire movie.
Also, because it's another one of those pop culture things where I've seen it
I'm
enough
mad
in my
at you.
lifetime that I'm,
You're a Nazi.
I just know it.
Well, he
I
was
haven't
born
heard
in
that one
Germany,
before.
so-
Got him.
Also, I was trying to do the math on how old Tim Simic is and how old this guy is, and I was like, did he knock somebody up at 12 years old? Probably not.
Okay.
Highly doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, Tim Simic was probably 6'5" at 12 years old, though. Let's be real.
And
No
also,
way.
unless Tim Simic
5'11".
traveled to fucking El Salvador, then I doubt that happened.
Two things I have to add about
Probably
that
not.
movie. One of my favorite parts is when Dave's like, "Yeah, we're setting booty traps." And he's like, "Booby traps." He said, "That's what I said, booty traps."
That is a good part.
Hilarious part. And then also at the very end, when the dad rips up the contract and like throws it in the air, more
Yes.
paper gets thrown up from behind, and there was like just an absurd amount of paper thrown in the air. And I'm like, no,
You
that
think when
makes
they're editing
no
it-
sense.
They're editing
See,
it.
it
they're
doesn't
just
hold
like,
up.
"That
It
looks good. That
obviously
looks
doesn't
good."
hold up.
That's the one part because it's where the sheriff turns.
Chris, you've never seen it. You can't say shit.
The sheriff turns and goes, "Holy Mary, Mother of God!" And then he rips up the contract, throws it, and it's just like
It's like an entire
confetti,
ream of paper.
Shit goes off, and it's just so much. I'm like, no fucking way.
Now I want to go rewatch it.
But
All
then,
right, so-
but then when they get
I
out
do
the
too.
jewels, they're like legit, like fucking fish tank, fucking jewels that you would find in the bottom of a fish, which also cracks me up. But
So I'm going to compromise. I will watch the Goonies, but I'm going to get high as fuck before I watch it.
That's fine.
Okay.
So
Whatever works.
regardless, it's a
whatever
great
does the
movie.
trick, whatever makes it to where you don't think it's a shitty movie that
Yeah.
doesn't hold up.
It does too.
I'm going to trip balls.
So many people.
It's on all the time because it's fucking great. They were gonna make a
don't have
second one,
cable.
but they didn't do it.
Probably
That's
for the
good.
best.
Yeah, I agree.
When did they decide they were going to make a second one? 25 years after the first one came out? That works well for most movies. Like
No, it
Dumb and
wasn't
Dumb
that.
and Dumber.
Wasn't that long?
Hey, they've
Bill and
made like
Ted.
3, haven't they?
Zoolander.
Anchorman.
Why is that
Anchorman
light
2
flashing?
was fucking terrible.
Because it's the mixer and it does that. When the
Throwing
levels
me off, man.
When the levels get higher, the light gets brighter. And then when there's
It
nothing,
didn't
it's
get
really
brighter.
and
I
I'm
was just
deaf now.
scared by your voice.
Would it,
It
would
was
it freak you? Hey,
it was the same brightness. It just stayed on longer.
would it freak you
actually.
guys out if I said I think I heard something upstairs?
I keep
Well,
hearing
I only
like
have
I
one
keep
headphone
headphones.
on and I didn't, so you're
Damn
lying.
it, Matt! Come on.
Matt keeps like
Play my
Matt
game.
keeps like moving a little bit and
Play
like,
my game.
his chair bumps the
Oh.
wall,
Keep
so
hearing
it
the
kind of
Matt's
sounds
good.
good.
What we should do is there's a blanket over in the corner and go grab that and put it over the mixer and it will hide the light.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how
Nose
to turn
goes.
off that fucking light on the treadmill.
That's
You
your
ain't doing
Bluetooth.
it.
Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's been on for the last 3 fucking months and I don't know how to turn it off.
3 months? You just put it up last week.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fucking problem.
Have you tried unplugging it?
And plugging
Plug
it back in.
No, just unplugging it.
Yeah.
I
Why not
mean,
turn the light
that
on?
would work, but no, I haven't.
But then the treadmill wouldn't work.
yeah.
Well, you can plug it in when you want to
Okay.
use it.
Jesus.
Okay, Trace, turn on the light real quick. Joel,
Oh,
you
no.
go unplug the
Oh!
treadmill. Brendan, you grab the blanket, and then we'll figure all
I
this
said
shit
nose
out.
goes.
Oh, God
I
damn.
said nose goes on grabbing.
Brendan
anything.
does it all.
You know what?
I'm
not
touching my nose.
I'm not positive that there's a blanket over there.
I can't
I
see.
see
Grab
nothing.
the
God.
backpack.
Fuck.
I legit.
Go, go,
No,
go.
don't grab the
Nah.
backpack.
Grab his T-shirt.
I can't
Yeah, grab
see.
just something.
Yeah, that
isn't
thing's
the backpack.
the light's gonna go right through that.
I can't see.
No,
There
not
was
these.
a
They'll be
blanket.
fine.
Is there a
Brendan's about to fall over. Oh,
shit.
that down goes Goodman.
Frazier.
Okay.
Goodman.
Is there one in
Frazier.
between the wall and the
Down
table?
goes Goodman.
There goes Frazier.
What's Goodman
no.
from?
Just well, probably not. Is
Go
that
check
shirt
in the
covered
laundry
sweat?
room.
Dodgeball.
I've never seen
Back
Rocky,
in the laundry
and I don't
basket.
intend to. 'cause
Back
it's
left
a child
corner.
movie.
No, Rocky's not a
Adrian-
kids movie, but it probably
Adrian-
doesn't hold up
Hey,
either.
have you seen
Yo, Adrian.
Dodgeball?
Dodgeball is
Dodgeball's a great
fucking
movie.
He hits him in the
amazing movie.
face and goes, "Down goes Goodman." Yeah,
Fucking Chuck Norris.
yeah. He's
Fuck
The movie
Goodman.
has
Norris.
Jason
He hits him
Bateman
in
in
the
it.
I
face.
won that
Oh my
tournament.
God, you got the drug.
That
Oh, that's not a
works.
drug rug. Well, it's close
Holy
enough.
hell! I
No,
want
it's
that.
the jacket that
Yeah, for the Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski wears.
Yeah, but it's basically a drug rug.
Can I have
You're not
that?
wrong.
No.
Can I have that?
Because I dressed up as the Big Lebowski for Christmas
That's
2 years
cool as
ago. Or
frick.
for Halloween.
For Christmas.
were-
Actually, I might have done it for
You were
Christmas as well,
Alan.
but There we go.
Oh my
That's
god.
dark as hell.
Now we just need some electrical tape for the splitter thing.
for your
here.
nipples.
Also that.
For your
Just
No,
call
I
me
dressed up
Pussy
as
Riot.
the Big Lebowski 2
For
years
Halloween.
ago, and I dressed up as Alan 3 years ago.
Matt, do you remember you broke the
Yes.
sink?
Do I remember that it happened? Yes. Do I remember specifics about it? Not very.
Oh,
All
God.
Halloweens are a blur to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Brendan, that was
Was that
New
that was a
Year's.
New Year's?
That
I
was
was going to say that wasn't a
Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween.
New Year's
Year's.
is usually
Yeah.
my worst
Hey.
one.
Is that before or after
Yes.
you throw up Sprite all over the side of a vehicle?
I'd rather throw up Sprite than
You
everything
talking
else
about
I've
me?
thrown
Yeah,
up
it
on New
was
Year's
you.
Eve.
I don't know what
Oh,
you're
that
talking
was
about.
that
Brendan, do
was
that.
that was the night I got Brendan really drunk.
That
Yeah.
was Halloween.
Was that
That
the
was
night that
Halloween.
you curled up in a
Oh.
box with
No,
like
that
a,
was my
like
birthday.
a giant mixing bowl? Oh, okay.
That
No.
was
No.
his birthday, and that was also my fault.
Brendan's talking
Hold on a
about
minute.
Halloween
We
where he
see-
was dressed up as Han Solo, right?
No, I
No.
was Jake from State Farm.
The one before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
and
And we went home, and I puked out the side of the girlfriend's car,
Were
and
you-
then we stopped at the car wash. I washed it off for her, and then after we left, I puked down the side of it again.
See, I actually remember that Halloween.
I love you,
That was,
Bob.
I think the first.
that was the first one. We were smoking cigars.
That was the
Oh,
first one
yeah.
where
Was that the
I-
one where you ended up on the side of Travis and Jenna's house and just
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah, he
standing
was.
out there. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yeah,
I was
And
like,
then-
Brendan, what's wrong? He's like,
I thought I could sneak away and like no
drunk.
one would notice me out there just trying to figure out my life. And
All
everyone's
I-
like, Brandon. I'm like, oh fuck. Here we
all I
go.
remember. See, Joel and I were busy. We were talking about shit.
I bet
Like,
you were
I barely
busy.
met
We
Joel
talked like
that
all
much.
night.
Bessie was
We
so-
talked-
Chris, do you
yeah.
remember the person falling over the fence?
Yes, I was just about to talk about that. She was not very coordinated, and she barely made
I
it
want
over
to play
that fence.
football.
She just fucking just flipped right over that fence. And then she was in Travis's backyard for like 30 minutes for some reason,
Yeah.
and then she ate shit over the other way to go back to her house.
It was
Because
so
even though
funny.
she didn't have anything to drink when she was in Travis's yard, she was somehow more drunk than when she came over.
Alcohol's neat.
Yeah, I disagree.
It'll
but
do that to you.
Love it.
I actually remember that Halloween, so it wasn't bad.
Although, you know,
Do
I
you
feel
remember
I would
the?
dress up as the Big Lebowski better now than I did then.
Well, yeah. Now you could. You
Now that I've
dye
started
your
growing
hair
out my hair.
blonde.
Don't tell
No,
everyone what
I
you
don't-
look like.
I
He's
don't
like
think
a
he was
brunette. He's not
blonde.
really
Yeah, he was
blonde.
darker.
Maybe like a
blonde?
dirty blonde, but
I-
like not
you
like
dirty
blonde.
blonde.
Ooh,
I would hate
Tell me
to
more.
rain on
He's
your
dirty.
parade, but I don't know who the Big Lebowski is.
Oh fuck.
you
You've
probably
never
won't
even
watch
seen
the
a
movie because it
picture?
doesn't hold up.
I'm fine with you not seeing the movie because it came out the year after you were born.
Like, fair
But-
warning, I'm not a big movie guy.
Oh,
I-
that's the
I
other thing
haven't
about
seen
the
a lot-
Goonies
I
is
haven't
it
seen
came
a
out.
lot.
You're
of
right. The
movies.
He's more
Goonies
of a
did come out in the
skin flick
80s, but
kinda
the
guy.
Goonies is like, I guess.
Shut
The
up.
Goonies
Cult
is a classic.
classic.
I've heard all of it.
I will
Don't-
say
just
it is
save
more of a classic than the Big Lebowski. But on the same end, Joel, I guarantee you've seen a
Disagree.
picture of the dude.
Probably.
I
Oh,
guarantee
absolutely.
it.
Hey, do you drink?
Have you ever
Stella?
seen the "You're not wrong, you're just an
Do I
asshole"
drink
meme?
what?
Stella?
That's-
No.
Or
Oh. Well, have
Oh.
you seen the commercial
He's not
where
in
he's
that one.
like,
That's
the
just
guy
John
walks up
Goodman.
to him, he's
Yeah,
like, "You want
I
a white
know.
Russian?"
You
He's
knew
like,
what I
"No,
was
I'll
going
take a
for."
Stella."
Yeah. Brendan,
That's the
stop
dude.
That's
fapping.
literally not me.
Whoever's fapping.
Blackout
over there.
Alright,
podcast
question
got me
for
in
you,
trouble.
what's up?
What?
In The Hangover,
Who's fapping?
Yeah.
I've seen the movie multiple times, so I cannot think of the fucking guy's name. When Black Doug
Yeah.
goes, "Ah man, he's gonna be pissed off at me for that one." What?
Oh
what's
man,
the
Marshall's
name?
going to be pissed
Marshall.
off at me
God, it took me all week to figure
because
that
when
out.
you watch the first movie, it sounds like he's saying Marsha,
Yep.
but then when they flash back in the third movie, it's Marshall,
Yep.
which is John Goodman's character.
Yes, that's why I
Yes.
asked it
Yes.
because John Goodman's in The Big Lebowski.
Yes.
Oh,
He's the one that says mark at 0 and points the gun at the guy
Right.
because they're bowling and the guy.
am I the only one
cheats.
around here that gives a fuck about the rules,
Yeah.
or is it a shit about the rules?
Uh,
This is what happens when
I
you
don't
find a
remember.
stranger in the Alps.
yeah.
But that took me all week to figure out that fucking line. I couldn't think of his name. I knew the line, but couldn't think of his name.
Joel, did you have something you wanted to say? Sounded like you guys are.
I yawned, but
Oh, are we boring you, Joel?
I've been up.
Joel,
For a
what's
long
your
time.
go-to like TV show / movie?
Not a big TV guy.
Or movie.
If I have to turn on a channel, it's History Channel.
Okay, I feel you.
Like
there.
Best I
love
can
that
do is
shit.
$5.
Do you
love
have
that shit.
cable?
Yes.
Yes.
For the time being, I am gonna get rid of it because.
Trace, do you have cable?
No.
Chris, do you?
Nope.
Brendan?
Nope.
We're all millennials.
So you're all by yourself, Joel.
Yeah. I mean.
I use my dad's cable login, but
I mean,
Yeah,
I
was
use
saying,
other
use
people's
my
cable
parents'
logins.
login.
Do you
but-
pay $300 a month to a cable company to watch channels?
No.
That's the key.
Channels.
That's the key.
It's kind of ridiculous how much that costs.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's the
stupid
thing.
expensive.
They fucking run it though. You
Well,
don't have
yeah.
a choice
'Cause
around
if you
here.
want it,
Right.
that's what you do. You pay
Yep,
for it.
that's why it's
And
so-
everyone needs internet, so you have to pay for
Arr.
at least internet.
Yeah, and mine went up fucking $22.
Fuck that.
22
Call in
one
and tell them
shot.
you're gonna
well,
cancel.
You
and then
were
they'll
on a
fucking-
special thing
22.
before, weren't you?
I have no fucking clue,
It
but I'm
probably-
about to go into Cox and tell them to suck my dick and
Do it.
take
I'm,
the
I'm
shit
about to do the same. So
because you're gonna raise it from 81
hear that,
to
Cox?
111.
You
Get
missed
the
a
fuck
golden
outta here.
opportunity to say that you were going to go into Cox and tell him to suck your cock.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
whatever.
we're at about 160.
Cox sounds
They
like a
did that
gay
to
bar.
me.
Started
Like,
at
get the
120.
fuck out of here.
Cox did that to me on mine, and I called and was like, "We're canceling this shit. I'm going out of here." And they're like, "Wait, we got a plan for you." And they like upped my gigabytes or whatever. I don't fucking know what they did.
I'm
I
gonna go
forgot.
in there and be like,
But
This
they gave it to
conversation
me
hurts me.
for $5 more than what I had already originally started at. So I was like, well, a little bit higher, but
But so many more gigabytes.
I'm getting
More of the
80 down
gigabytes.
for $100, $111.
Oh
Get the fuck out of
For
here.
what?
Uh-huh.
80 down?
Yeah.
Give me all them gigabytes.
What are you getting, Brendan?
what?
What's your internet speeds?
I don't fucking know.
There's no way you
no.
get
I mean-
80 down for 100.
That is exact. That is
What do you
I'm
pay,
getting.
Brendan?
I pay $76.
And how many
Okay.
gigabytes do you get?
I don't fucking know.
Give me them
Jesus
gigabytes.
Christ.
It's a lot of
I better have the
giggies.
best fucking internet.
Chris, do you know what
Cox
yours is?
has for
Mine
$111.
is like $90,
Same.
and I think it's 120 by
Jesus
20. I think.
Christ.
What the hell's a 120 by? Are you talking about
One-
heart rate
one-
or what? The
120
fuck?
Down.
120
Megabit down, yeah.
Nerd.
So that's how fast
120
you
down.
can download shit.
Yeah.
I don't know
you-
what the fuck that
What
means.
you putting down?
It's how much
It's
you can
the
download.
internet
Ah!
speed.
Yeah. So for reference, Netflix will use
can
all of
see-
that if you let it. But like, it's megabits per second, so it's a little bit weird. So you know how like an MP3 is like, oh
Jesus.
god,
Reset.
Can we just turn on the light?
No.
No.
You know how like
I don't want to see anyone.
like say a song is like what
Sing a song.
5-6
Sing us a
megabytes.
What song?
You're the piano man.
No, I don't care what song.
Sing it.
Sing
Sing it.
us a song tonight.
All right, thank you.
'Cause
So-
we're all in the mood for a melody.
See, all I can think of is the Weird Al version.
Feeling all
Go crazy. Go
right.
stupid.
Go crazy. Go stupid.
Anyway, so
I'm a
megabytes
fidget spinner.
with a big B is 8. So 1 megabyte
1 megabyte.
is 8
8
megabits.
megabits.
It's because there's 8 bits in a
Brendan doesn't
byte,
give a
right?
fuck. He don't even know what you're saying right now.
Mega.
What are we? Why are we doing this?
I need my beer that's hidden up in
Oh.
the fucking lacrosse stick. That's what I'm
I can't get up.
I think we should leave it there. I think a beer should stay there, and that's the one that should stay there.
Not mine, because I need that
Motherfucker, I'll give you a beer.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
R.I.P.
Chris, you better check that recording real quick.
Uh-oh.
Good?
Is it still going?
It's fine.
Okay.
My eyes are burning, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Did you look?
I'm fine.
I did look. That's why my eyes are
But-
burning. But anyway,
so-
so there's 8 bits in a byte, right? So 120
There is?
megabits. Yes. Let's just use your example. 80. So 80 because
So,
it's divisible by 8.
If I take one,
Oh.
if I take one bite of a sandwich, that means I took 8 bits of it, right?
Yes,
You take-
exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly how that works.
That's what I was just about to say,
Interesting.
Joel.
So-
I literally was just about to say it.
If you get 80 megabits per second of download bandwidth, it would take you 1 second to download a 1 megabyte file. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
if you
On
want
the
to,
next topic?
but if if you have something like Steam or the Xbox, it will tell you how fast you're downloading something, but it'll say it in megabytes per second for some reason. So you have to take whatever number that is and divide it by 8, and that'll tell you
In
what
other
your
That
words,
sounds like a
bandwidth is.
lot of
The
math.
higher the number that is, the
Right.
faster your internet
Exactly.
is.
I want to go fast.
Exactly. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, I want to go fast, too.
So
but
if you have 100
Cox is a cock.
meg, which is what I have, and I pay $65 for it.
Fuck
Yeah.
you. You get
My
CenturyLink.
internet's yeah, I do have CenturyLink.
Yeah.
And guess what? I could also get gigabit internet if I wanted.
Yep.
But
Gigabit.
Why not gigabyte?
which is 1,000 times faster than 10 times faster than the 100 that I have right now.
Yeah. So it's not gigabyte
Jesus,
because
But it would also
porn
cost me an
download
extra,
it
like,
pretty fucking quick.
It would.
right 4K.
It
Boom,
also
right
cost me an
there.
extra like $60 a month.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
That's
trying to
like
play
double
Rocket
what I-
League.
Yeah.
it would
Chaos.
probably
What the
fix it. So okay,
no,
everybody
'cause you're on
pitches in
wireless with your Xbox,
$15.
I
aren't you?
still owe Brendan
Christ.
$5 for this month.
Everybody pitches in
Oh, yeah,
$15
I owe
a
Brandon.
month.
All my bitches.
Forgot
Pay
about
up.
$15 a month,
Yeah,
and
you're
then we
welcome
can
for
have
reminding
good
everybody,
Rocket League
Brendan.
speeds.
I should
gonna-
get $1 back.
I'm gonna buy a domain name.
I'm gonna buy you.
Wow, that's
Whoa.
illegal.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
If
Nebraska's
false.
got a bill on the
Yeah.
Senate.
Yeah, but it's about
100%
prison
illegal.
labor.
It's
so-
only illegal if you get caught.
Fair enough.
Ooh, yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
sex trafficking
So if
is a
any of you
thing.
tell
And
on
who
me-
knows how big of a
Ooh.
hole Brendan has in his basement right now? So
Oh,
Well, I
Who
thought you
knows
were-
how
I thought
big
you
of
were
a
gonna-
hole Brendan has?
Exactly. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were
You
gonna-
guys, you went one step too far on that one.
it puts
Into your
lotion
hole.
on its skin.
Check my hole.
All right, all right.
You know what?
Can I just get
At-
the auto magazine already?
After we wrap this up, I kind of want to just do like a sound clip podcast to where we just get out our sound clips
Oh,
and
yeah.
just say like, "Ooh, yeah," and get out what we need to.
I still have not edited the one where we just screamed
Fucker.
into the mics for
We all
a
just
while, and also the karaoke podcast.
Oh God!
The
Is that where we tested our metal screams?
Yeah.
yeah.
And also just
I don't think
everything.
this happened.
Hey.
This didn't happen.
Well, I haven't edited it, so it
Eh.
hasn't yet.
On
So,
on the side note of screaming,
oh God.
I had a little internal scream today.
Uh huh.
Oh.
So I left.
What was his
Did
name?
you? Did it slip into your butthole?
Yeah.
That's what caused it.
You're wiping your ass. You're like, ah.
Oh shit.
So I left work, right? And it's nice as fuck outside for being springtime. I roll all my windows down.
Uh huh.
I pull up to a stoplight, and there happens to be a fucking homeless man.
Oh.
And they- Intentionally think that, hey, windows down, I'm getting something out
Get
of
this
car.
motherfucker.
And I'm just trying to enjoy the fucking weather. And I'm like first in line. And out of the corner of my eye, I like see some dude coming back up the sidewalk, like thinking he's getting to some shit. And I'm like, fuck, how do I look like I'm not trying to be a dick to you, but
That's where
also
you
just trying to
roll
enjoy
up
the
the
weather?
fucking window.
You roll up just your window, but leave the back window down.
so I like left him down. And I was like playing some music and just like jamming out, like just trying to look away.
Staring straight
I was
forward.
like, dude, I feel like such a piece of shit for like not helping you, but at the same time, like
Give him a
literally,
job
literally
application.
just enjoying the weather. I'm
That's where
like,
you turn your music up and turn and look the other way and
I was
nod
like,
with it.
I was like,
You
yeah,
look
this
down at
is
your
awkward
phone.
as fuck.
Those are always awkward, even if your windows
Or
aren't
like
down.
pull,
And, like the
grab
way,
your phone out and like act like you're on the phone.
dude, the way I drive, they're like at every freaking stop.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not. Like, it's worse when you're like 5 cars away from the front.
Right.
And you pull up
'cause
with
you're
your
not-
windows down. They're like, "Oh, I'm getting something." They come, walking like
Mexico,
all the
wasn't
way
somebody
down.
walking up and down the street trying to sell like peanuts.
Yeah.
Dude, they come walking all the way down, and you're like, "Man, I'm just hanging out in my car. I'm sorry."
Dude, in
And they're
in
like,
Texas,
motherfucker.
they don't even wait. They just start like washing your window, and you're like, I didn't ask for
Right.
that. So
That's like when you're at
But now I
Kansas
feel like
City
a
in the
dick because you
bathroom,
did some work, and
and
I
they have
should
like
pay you.
when you're in the bathroom, and they got like sweet tarts, mouthwash, freaking hand wipes, cologne.
Fuck is going into a bar bathroom and is like, you know what I need right now is some mouthwash.
Right.
Somebody who's trying to get some later that
Yeah,
night.
no shit.
Yes,
Where were
but
we
I feel
at
like
and
you'd be
that
hitting on
was
somebody
like
who's equally
that?
drunk. I
They're
don't
like
know.
that at Power and Light, but
That's
they were all,
right.
they were also like that down
Brendan,
when we were at the bars.
I
in
don't
Phoenix.
remember that.
Bro,
Brendan,
I
do
rem-
you remember Power and Light?
I remember the
Dude,
fucking dude in the bathroom.
They're
What
there
was-
There
every
was a
With
dude
the
in the
Smarties.
bathroom?
yeah,
Yes.
he was washing and wiping your hands.
When you wash
No
your
shit.
when you wash your hands, they give you
They
soap.
towel you off.
wash your
Oh,
hands, and then
fucking
they
shit.
hand
what
you paper
place
towels.
was this at?
it was that bar
PBR
next
bar.
to PBR.
PBR
The
bar.
Rock
does.
one?
The
fucking
Rock one was
one?
where I seen it.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
That was
I don't
definitely my
remember.
favorite
was
bar, though. but
that was
I don't know if I
crazy.
even used the restroom.
See,
you
in-
did. In
I don't
your
think I
pants.
did. Yeah.
In
I did
Europe,
not
they-
in my pants. I know
You
that.
pee-peed in your pants.
Yeah, there was
In
a guy
Europe,
doing
they
it
make
in
you pay to
Phoenix,
use
too.
the bathroom, though. You like walk in, you put like a euro on
Fuck.
the tray or whatever. and
You don't
get to
want to.
piss.
Yeah, you don't want to
They don't
break
really
the seal
have
there.
many- yeah. they
Have
don't
you
really
ever
have many
have you ever
public
been to one of
restrooms.
the bars where they open a keg and it's free drinks till someone takes a piss?
No.
How do they measure
That's
that?
a thing.
Yeah, like people will wait by the bathroom, and then the first person to go like to the bathroom, then they stop like free beers.
I feel like
I've
this
never
is
heard of
why America has a like a binge drinking problem.
Or you know the places that like on bad weather nights or like Christmas Eve do penny pitchers. Yeah,
Jesus,
that might be
Christ.
part of
DJ's
it too.
dugout.
Yeah.
But you have
It's
to,
like a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. Be like, watch out for all the drunk assholes on this
but-
holiday. And it's like, oh, penny pitchers.
We out here to get fucked up.
I'm in.
it's mini pitchers, but you pay a $20 cover to get in.
Brendan, did I see
Even
you on
still, you
Christmas
drink more
Eve?
than 4 of them and you're good.
Yeah,
No,
that's still
I
way worth
avoided
the
you.
$20.
I avoided you on Christmas Eve, Trace, because I seen you the night before Thanksgiving, and you ruined my Thanksgiving.
I think that's the last time I had to drive Trace home except for Sunday
I forgot
night.
I went to the bar on Christmas
Drive
Eve
me home
this
on
year.
Christmas
yeah.
Eve.
No, I'm talking about the day before Thanksgiving. I drove Matt home on Christmas Eve.
You didn't drive
You
me
did,
home
didn't
before.
you? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I've driven you home before. I'm pointing, but nobody can fucking see anything. I've driven
You
you home before, Trace, and I've driven
There you
Matt
go.
home before.
You haven't driven. You didn't drive me home the day before Thanksgiving.
Maybe not then, but I've driven you home before Sunday night.
Oh wait, maybe you did.
Like
See?
4 days ago. Yeah, he did.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
before that.
Hey, hold on.
That'd be St. Patrick's Day. For
I've driven
people
you
in the
home at
future.
least twice.
Piss off everybody.
Okay.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. First off, fuck you. We're just sitting over here in the dark.
Second off, I was just trying to
Second
enjoy a
off-
beer after work, but no, I need to be super drunk and be at the bar when Matt gets there.
And
Third off, Matt is a very jolly drunk.
he is.
I am.
Yeah, he goes.
Hey,
he goes,
Matt. What do you mean? Every time I come see you, sometimes you're fucking hammered.
When?
Well, he just
Yeah.
gets squinty eyed,
Fridays.
and that's it.
He gets squinty
Yeah,
eyed
because I'm
jolly as
enjoying
fuck.
a drink after work
You
or
goddamn-
seven.
A drink or seven.
What's
Yeah.
wrong? What's wrong with me being at the
Yeah.
bar when you show up at the bar I'm already at?
At the
Did you
bar.
get off of work and go have a drink? Oh,
I got off of drinking to go have a
Ooh.
drink. I don't
That's-
see the problem.
That
He did-
doesn't make sense.
Drinking is kind of work, though.
It was
Thank
also
you.
It was also like 11:30.
It's
at
work
night,
because
and you
I
had
have
be
to
at
work when I'm
the
drinking
next
with Trace.
morning.
So?
And no, I'm not complaining. I was
You
just
sound like you're complaining.
I wasn't complaining. I was just saying.
Everybody
that-
was drunk, and I've driven them home. It's fine, except for Joel and Brendan. I have not
Yeah.
had to drive them.
Brendan, hold on.
God forbid
You
I have to
can't
drive you
blame
fuckers
me
home.
for
You guys live on the
Thanksgiving.
other side of the
You
goddamn
fuck-
metro.
Hey, let's mind you though, shuffleboard is fun as shit. When you've
Shuffleboard
had a
is
couple
fun.
drinks.
True.
Yes.
I love.
It's also really
shuffleboard.
hard to be like to understand how physics works when you've had a
finesse
few
that-
drinks,
that little
and you're just like you're just throwing shit down the fucking
You're
board.
fucking trying to take people's hands out is what y'all were fucking
Well,
doing.
Joel was like, "Watch this! I'm gonna break Eric's beer." He like fucking.
Oh, we
threw it
were
up.
worried about that too because we were on the opposite side
Well,
of
he
you.
was holding his damn beer down next to it, and I said, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna break his fucking beer."
He's like, "Phew."
He said that too. He's like, "Oh man, that could break my beer," and I'm like, "Yeah, I keep moving mine."
It
out
sounds
the
like
way."
everybody had the same realization
Yeah.
at the same time.
Well, at least we,
We
were
had a nice table
coherent
next to the
enough, I
lesbians,
guess.
so it was all right.
I don't.
Yeah,
yeah, that was kind of weird.
There's
hot?
there's internet lesbians and then there's
Were they
real life
Why
lesbians.
did
Yeah,
they-
no,
So
no,
no.
the one chick was
Oh,
attractive.
So no,
shit.
they weren't
The, one,
hot.
the,
Why-
the other
why-
one, I don't know what was going on with her.
I don't
But
remember.
why do
The
they
one
have,
chick was
no, they
attractive.
were not.
But why do they have to be?
Nah, the one girl
lesbians?
was.
Why can't you just
To
say
you,
next to the chicks
Okay.
by us?
I mean, yeah. What standards are we going off of here?
Chris's.
Damn.
Next to the
Just threw 'em out.
lesbians.
That's fine.
Hey,
I'm not ashamed of my preferences.
I want to address something.
He prefers women that aren't interested
Next
in him.
Exactly.
Your
Hey, welcome to my life.
preferences.
Can I address something, Brendan? First of all, Thanksgiving Eve was not my fault.
Oh my God,
shit,
we're going
we
back
are
to
back?
that?
And we're back.
Talk about
Sounds
ancient
like you
history.
feel guilty about it.
No, I bought one shot. Everybody else decided to buy more.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
am not at fault.
No, it wasn't Thanksgiving Eve. It was Black Friday.
No, it was
It was
Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve.
It was the liquor's
because
fault.
I didn't get
It's
to go to
Blackout
Thanksgiving
Friday,
the next
apparently.
day because I was so fucking
was-
hungover.
It was the liquor's fault.
I was done.
Not the person drinking it. It was the liquor's fault.
Yeah, ban all liquor.
Yeah, it
we
wasn't
need more
my
liquor
fault.
control in this country.
What do you mean it wasn't your fault?
I
You're the
don't-
one who's buying Rumplements.
I didn't buy shit.
Oh,
I
You're
find it
a
hard to
liar.
believe that Brendan bought
No,
Rumpel.
Yeah,
bullshit.
see,
he
I'm
did too.
innocent.
He did too because Joe
Wait a minute. No,
bought
I don't
some.
believe you anymore based on the way you
Okay,
just said that.
Okay,
Shit.
okay, time out.
The
Time,
fuck you.
time the fuck out. So a couple
What is
years
that red
ago,
light over there?
Tweet.
Trace,
Oh, it's the
What?
heat.
when we were at your parents' house a couple years ago, back when our friends had their baby, and I was sitting on the floor.
Good
The
catch.
last thing I remember about that fucking New
Something
Year's
just fell on the
was
ground.
someone going, "Let's do a Rumpelman shot," and I was pretty trashed at the time. I was like, "Okay," and I do it, and I lay down on the floor. Do not remember the rest of the night. So, in all due
I don't-
fairness, the fucking Rumpelman shot
Who?
was probably.
Okay,
I
who
don't-
here has been victimized by Trace?
Say I.
Yeah.
I've been
I.
recognized by myself.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
You put a finger in yourself?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Wait.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
See, okay,
Oh,
so
that victimized.
Uh,
hold on.
before
Let me
we
let me
went to
take a step back.
Mexico-
Let me take a step back.
Oh,
Just
I
one
was
second.
victimized
Just a
by
second.
myself.
Just a second. So I, as much as my wife has threatened to Trace's life,
Yeah,
my
she
wife-
thought my life. It was his fault.
My
It
wife.
wasn't even my fault.
I am an adult and I am fully capable of saying no to things.
How old are you?
However, I don't always.
How old
So
are you?
while on the one hand, I'm
How old
28.
are you?
I'm 28, Joel.
Wow.
On the one hand,
Old.
I would love to
You're-
blame Trace
you're
for
old as
all
hell.
the times that I have gotten just wasted.
Grandpa.
They are absolutely
You
my
can blame
own
me
fault.
for the one
Do you
where you're
remember
at my
Vietnam?
house and sitting on my fire pit and then come like Conor McGregor and
Ooh.
over.
Hey,
What color is
I
your
was fine
cane?
that night. I did not throw up that night.
Oh,
What-
wow, holy
what,
shit.
What color is your cane, Chris?
Chris, do you remember
Uh,
black and white TVs?
Hey, Gandalf.
So speaking of the Lord of the Rings,
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
I had to take a whole bunch of equipment
Make it
out
quick.
to one of our remote sites, remote offices. But I had
For
my
who?
for the where I work.
Where?
Your mom. So
Ah!
so I had my D pole,
Oh.
like the one I'm touching right now,
Hey, okay.
which is
D-pole?
Matt's D pole.
Please don't touch my deep pole.
It's a 6-foot lacrosse
don't
pole
touch
with
my
a
rad.
Please
1
don't
foot
touch my
head
6
on
foot
it.
pole.
With your 1 foot head, that's quite the head you got there.
You're welcome.
So I had that in my car, so I had to take it out of my trunk in order to fit all the shit in it. So I brought it up to my cubicle at work because I was like, I'll be back at the office before I go home, so I'll just pick all this shit up, put it back in my car, and go home. So I walk up there, and one of the guys in the help desk like just starts laughing his ass off, and I'm like, "What the fuck do you want?" And he's like, "Gondor calls for aid," because I'm like carrying my fucking people around the office. And I was like, "Yeah, very fucking funny."
Actually, that doesn't make any sense though, because
Who?
Gandalf was the one that was calling for aid. He wasn't even in.
Yeah, well, I didn't say he was smart. I just said he said the things.
Yeah, well, he was wrong. So
He's kind of dumb.
told him to fuck off.
So he's
Matt,
the
when
I
have
did.
you been
I was like-
victimized by me?
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. So.
Every day that we have a day off before we go on vacation.
Trace's fault.
I believe that
I believe it.
100%.
Trace's probably like, vacation! Shots!
Literally. Joel, literally word for word. That's
It could be
what
like
it
it
is.
could be like a week before vacation, and he's like, "We're going on vacation in a week." Shut up.
No, it's always the day
We're
before.
going on vacation
It's
next year.
always the day before.
I know.
I don't know why, but
Trace is like, "Hey,
tradition now
Joel
is
actually
before we
nailed
go
it
on
word for
vacation.
word. We're on
Joel's-
vacation. Shots.
No, I know you couldn't see it, but I threw my hands in the air and I was like, vacation!
And you
shots!"
nailed it 100%.
You know
Yes.
those, you know the Twitter memes where it's like no one, and then it's like J.K. Rowling
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
All right,
No one.
Joel.
Trace. Rubberman shots.
Joel, when have you been victimized by me?
Well, how many dates would you like? How many years back shall I go?
Go back.
Damn.
This is a history of abuse.
Go back.
My very first beer was at your house.
That's not victimized. I'm talking about like
You're an enabler.
drunk.
I mean, after one beer, his very first beer, he probably was kind of.
No, he wasn't.
Speaking of beer, can I
You
have
know,
another one?
Hold on. You know what, Trace? At
Throw
this,
it at him.
At this
Don't
point,
throw a fucking beer at me when it's this dark.
at,
Jerry.
at this point, there have been so many I can't even keep track.
Throw it. Oh, shit. Oh, it's so bright.
Zombie come! There
that,
you go,
that
right
has
there.
to be a fucking lie.
Oh,
All right,
my
when
God.
We haven't really. I mean,
Trace,
until
Trace,
recently, we haven't drank.
when
that
we
much
play
together.
Pizza Box and you put Zombie Cup times 4, that's not being victimized?
that doesn't count.
Okay. That's
You
not
I mean,
victimized-
just because we
Hey.
consented to play the game does not mean we consented to 4
That-
times
that's-
zombie cup.
that's
Hold
not
on
like
a
so-
minute, guys.
if someone's
How many of
guilty,
you
that's
have
what
been
they say.
victimized by Joel? Say I.
Every time we play that
I-
fucking game.
yeah.
Oh, so there it is, Joel.
Sounds
How many
like
times have you been victimized by me?
I,
Yeah, no.
Hi.
Every time I tell a story,
Brendan.
that's the correct answer.
Brendan.
And while you're
What-
editing, somehow I feel like I am.
every time he tells a story, we
Hey,
all have to
I've only
listen to it.
protected you in my edits. If you want me to leave
Damn.
in my edits, then I will.
I
What
don't-
are you,
Only
retarded?
if, only
Are
if you
you
leave it in right
red?
there.
Ah, shit. No, I'll be protecting myself in that one.
Yeah, all
Brendan,
the-
when was the time you were victimized by me?
100% the night before Thanksgiving. So,
Brendan, quick
That works.
answer is Trace's bachelor party.
yep.
Oh, I wasn't
Hey,
there
whoa,
for that.
whoa, whoa! That was not me.
Same.
You
Don't
were
blame
there.
What do you mean that wasn't me?
You
This
were
is literally the reason for the event.
True.
Yeah, but I wasn't
could-
the one
you could-
buying all the shit.
Oh.
the
Yeah,
two
true.
the two people I have.
So your
not-
dad
I
then?
tried to buy.
Hey, who
Brendan.
here has been victimized by Jay?
I definitely have.
Let's see.
I heard a
how
lot
long
more
ago was
eyes than there are
Mexico?
people
A
here.
week?
Yeah, who's in the house?
Yeah.
That's creepy. Don't say that.
The two people I have not
God
been victimized
damn.
is Matt and Brendan. That's it.
Wait, what?
I have not been victimized by Matt or Brendan.
Oh,
Wait, how have
victimized
I
by Chris?
victimized you other than my stories
All
with
your-
alcohol?
All your fucking stories. Oh,
Okay.
With alcohol? Drink
Never.
it, pussy.
Did I say that?
Oh,
Like that?
I don't know how many times. Yeah.
I don't think
You
I
have-
victimized
you have-
you guys.
you
I
have-
think you guys just had some fun.
You have 2 beers and we'll play a game and it'll be like 5 drinks. You're like, drink it, pussy. And then I have to drink it.
See, I'm just letting out all of the times I've been peer pressured
I
into
mean,
drinking.
Hey, Chris.
I mean, scale
Yes.
of 1 to 10.
When
you're
have I
you're about a
victimized
4.
you?
Okay.
You're about a 4.
When have you
So-
victimized me? Actually, so I would blame you for the time that caused my wife to threaten your life, but I think actually something was wrong with the shit at Addie's because I did not have that much to
That
drink.
was
or maybe
you.
you're just a pussy.
Oh,
I had 2 drinks and a vodka Red
Chris,
Bull.
you
Yeah.
can
Drink
add
it,
Brendan
pussy.
to your list now of people who have victimized you.
I can add who?
Brendan.
I know a time
Oh,
that
yeah.
I have, and it put you around my toilet for 4 hours.
See, that's not your fault, although you guys did let me handle a firearm in the middle of that, so that's probably not
Jesus
wise.
Christ.
But
Holy hell.
That was empowerment, not victimization.
Hey.
There we go.
so it cancels
something
out,
triggered
right?
in his mind, and he's like, back
Don't
to
say trigger.
Nazi Germany.
Hi, Swine Drive here.
I was just counting how many shots
God.
I'd had, or how many times I threw up. I think it was about the same.
You had
No, I was
4
still
shots.
pretty early. I hadn't had that much to drink by the time that I had handled the firearm, so it was probably fine. I just vaguely remember handling the firearm
was
because of how much
probably
I had
fine.
after.
It
I
that.
was
remember one of my
probably
friends had to
fine.
go to work, and he was
I
so
don't
drunk he
remember,
could
so-
hardly get to work.
I don't
Well,
remember.
That's
so it
not
was
my problem.
probably
I was
fine.
taking a nap.
No, I know. Well, that was after that. Or
I don't remember that.
Before that.
You expect me to remember
that was
anything?
before that.
I remember putting my fingers in my throat.
Oh, was that it, or?
Yeah, that was it.
Sheesh.
Bet not.
Nobody else was
Hold
in the
on,
bathroom
Brendan.
with
Just
me.
because you decided to sleep with the fucking
Well, he didn't
hotel
tell you what
trash
his other
can.
hand was doing.
That was
Not
not
my
the trash
fault.
can. That was the
That's
ice
my
bucket.
kink.
Oh yeah, the ice bucket.
In your face.
And
Hey,
Joel,
better
I don't
safe
know
than
a
sorry.
time that I have victimized.
No,
be
I don't
fair,
even. Not even
you
the ice
don't
bucket.
know?
I just want to know the
Rumplemans.
mixing bowl.
Oh,
Rumplemans.
When?
police are here.
I doubt it.
Do you see that?
I did see that.
Many times.
But you're still
You're welcome,
fine.
everyone.
Your exact tone typically is shots, and then that's usually where it begins.
And then he's got his hands up in like a questioning
Yeah, like
answer.
Shots?
Yeah.
Everyone
Walking
knows
around and
exactly
everyone
what he's
knows.
talking about.
Shots.
It's the Blackout podcast, but I still can see it.
And then everyone's,
Yep.
everyone's like, fuck, now what? I have to do shots, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's me going, yeah, I don't give a shit. It's Chris going, oh, fuck. What time is it?
Are you fucking
yeah,
kidding me?
okay, I'll do one.
Yeah.
Brendan saying, well, if everybody else is. And then Joel saying, God. Okay, yeah.
Usually
okay.
No, hold on.
Usually
Joel's usually
depends
like,
on
yeah,
what it
let's
is."
do it.
Usually depends on what it is. If you say
Yeah.
like, oh, tequila, then I'm like, fuck that. Probably not. Then if you're-
Brendan's reaction is still the same.
yeah, he's like, yeah, probably. Might as well.
Yeah. Brendan's like, oh god.
He'll
See,
do
the
it.
thing is
He's
that
not
he'll always
reluctant.
complain about a
If you
shot, but
guys
you'll
just
never
say
not take
no,
one.
won't give you a shot.
I ain't gonna bitch out, but
All
I'm
right.
gonna
See,
bitch
that's
about it.
exactly
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
bitch about
victimizing
it
you
though.
guys. You guys are victimizing yourselves.
This is the toxic masculinity that Gillette needs to talk about.
Soy sauce.
Not everything else. It's all the shit where it's like, well, I can't be seen as a pussy. I have to take this shot.
Soy
And then
sauce
drive home on the pothole-ridden streets of Omaha and
Whoa.
fucking fuck up my car.
Now you're
hey,
now
you
you're
want-
criminalizing.
Do you want to hear a fucked up story? So
Yeah,
I used,
always.
So my buddy and I, he was my neighbor.
It's
we
pretty
used,
fucked up.
we used to have sleepovers.
Oh yeah, I like where this is
wait,
going.
Here, tell me more.
Joel, how old was this buddy?
If you let me fucking talk, he was
Oh.
a year younger than I was.
Okay.
Justin.
Okay.
Oh, so you're the predator.
All right, I guess we're naming names. So
You named him in the last podcast.
I'd stay over at his house,
I have no memory.
and
of this.
his older brothers were probably 5-6 years older.
Oh shit.
We would play like
Oh.
we would take turns doing like
Everybody
random-
close your eyes.
You
Everybody,
talked about this last podcast.
everybody close your eyes. Everybody close your
They
eyes.
take
I'm
turns.
check-
I'm checking the time on the recording, so you're going to want to close your eyes.
So anyway, back to my story.
My eyes are open.
So we do like random shots out of the fridge.
You did this on the last.
Did I talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you're
whole
talking about
I
random
just
shots.
The
listened.
Did,
whole
did I
thing.
talk about the rat poison?
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Because
well-
you tricked him into thinking it was rat poison, and he was like
can't
freaking
see,
the fuck
You can't see
out.
me, but I'm flipping myself off. So fuck me. That's the end of my story. Fuck me. All right,
Damn.
that's it. Fuck me.
Oh my god, I can't see anything.
Hey, Joel,
Scout
do you
podcast.
do you remember the night Matt was chugging a Dr. Pepper.
We talked about this last week.
Did we?
We didn't, but we gotcha.
We didn't really fully
it was
talk
mentioned.
Got you,
at some
bitch.
point.
No, I don't. I have no fucking clue. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Did we even have? Did we even have any topics? Or are we just doing a reminiscing episode?
No, we're
like
just
we normally do when we don't
talking.
have any
We
topics.
we can't see,
This
so we're
isn't
going
that
deep into
bad.
our minds to talk about.
Ooh.
Jeez, quit pulling.
Holy
oh,
shit.
Hey, actually,
I can only hear out my left
I
ear.
do have a
Fuck.
question for you all.
Fuck.
Hold on, I can't hear shit
I
on my
can't hear
headphones.
fucking dick because Chris
Turn
is
my headphones
punching the
up.
cords.
I do
Is
have
that
a
what Lillian
question
says?
for you all.
Turn
I
me up
can't-
in
hold on, I
headphones.
can't hear you. Chris fucked it up. Hello?
There we
Alright,
go. We're back
Don't
to
touch me.
surround.
I have a
sound.
question for you all.
Don't breathe.
I might have an answer.
And I actually heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast, so it's coming from that.
So it's stealing.
No.
That.
Ooh.
What are you, Dane Cook?
No,
Ooh,
it's not
he's stealing.
Oh,
What the
that
fuck?
means it's
What the fuck is
1:45
that?
Minutes.
That's it?
Jeez.
I thought it was been longer.
It has technically on the
50,
recording.
actually. Sorry.
50.
Now we're setting timers.
I mean, we have to.
No, it's not.
We
stealing.
can't blow through our
It's a-
entire
it's a-
Libsyn. Like,
midnight.
It's a good question.
we can do another episode
Uh,
of Blackout if you
spit it
want,
out.
but we need to stop it at some
Spit
point
it
and
out.
restart it.
Chris,
What's
shut up.
what's the question?
Do you guys think aliens are real?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Do-
If
but
they're
do you
not
think
real,
they're
the entire
interdimensional, or
universe
do they
is a
come-
waste of
come
fucking
from
space.
Did we do this before? I
They
feel like
ti-
we went over this before.
They
Not
time-
really.
They time travel and they come from wherever the fuck they want.
All right,
No,
that's
no,
far
well,
fetched.
Can
Hold on,
you
time
talk-
travel
What do you
is
mean that's
different from
far-fetched?
interdimensional.
It's like
Can you
Rick and
talk
Morty.
to one?
Time
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
you don't
we
think
can.
a cartoon is far fetched? A sci-fi
So,
cartoon?
I
like,
think
if you
aliens
do
are
a
on this
drug, do you
planet.
talk to it, or
No,
can
you don't have
just
to
like
do-
talk to it?
You don't have to do a drug. So
well, there
fuck-
would probably be
Okay,
a
when you're
language
talking about
barrier.
aliens, are we talking like a singular being, or there's just aliens in general? Could be any.
are we talking about
Any
Life
sort of
form.
It could be
intelligent
any-
life
anything
out
that
there.
is not of this world.
So there's more than
technically.
one.
So why do we call people from Mexico aliens?
Well,
because
they're not
that's
from
just the
America,
term.
but-
Yeah.
They're not from here, so that's why we
So
call them
technically-
aliens. What the fuck just happened?
No, it's true.
No, I know.
No, I mean Gavin Free just got his
You're talking
legal
about
resident
you're
alien
talking
card,
about
his green
galaxy
card.
aliens, which
That's what
I
that
totally
Well, I'm
get.
talking about either galaxy or interdimensional. Because is there more dimensions?
Extraterrestrial would mean from outside of the planet. Earth.
Literally from outside. Yeah.
Right,
okay.
but what about dimensions?
Do you believe in shapeshifters?
Well, then that
That's still, like,
that
theoretical,
depends
like,
on whether
science
you
right now.
believe in. Yeah, there are.
you
other
believe in
dimensions or not.
dinosaurs?
Do you?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Are you?
There's proof of that.
There's proof.
Did you just say what I think you
yes,
said?
and you're gonna need to bleep it, but
Fuck. I
it
talked
still
over it, so it's gonna be
stands.
hard to it's gonna be hard to find.
I didn't hear what he
It's
said.
gonna be really hard
Hold
to
on.
find.
Everybody quiet.
There
That's
we
what
go.
he said.
There you go.
Wow.
But no, it's a serious question.
I mean,
because if you do like,
I feel like there's enough scientific proof of aliens also that.
But-
there's enough.
but
to
when
back
did it become
okay,
like a
think about it
culture
this way.
thing to like believe in it?
Think about it this way. If there are not aliens and human beings on the planet Earth are the only living intelligent beings in the entire universe,
Not a chance.
the other 99.9999999 how continuing percent of the universe is a complete waste of space.
Have you seen the videos that
Oh,
talk about how small Earth is?
I
It's
agree
tiny.
with
Without
that.
a doubt.
Insanely tiny.
There
And
has to be some sort of other.
There has
Even
to
if
be
you
multiple
don't believe in any
life.
sort of like
The-
higher power, just like the odds of
the
of nothing
pure
else existing out there
probability
is
of the
ridiculous.
galaxies and the planets and the
Like
systems.
there
The
has
odds
to
of
be.
that are way higher than like getting a perfect bracket.
not gonna
for
lie,
March
those
Madness.
lights
Those are
Oh.
straight.
Those are
infinitely.
scary as
Fucking
fuck
creepy.
in the window.
Those
Yeah.
are the aliens. They heard us. They're like, these motherfuckers figured us out.
No, seriously though, like if you
Here's
think
Oh, now I'm inside my own head and
I
I'm
have
scared.
goosebumps. That was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
same.
here's what I'm thinking of.
Go
so
check the front door. Are they
I was thinking
here?
about this a couple days
No,
ago.
the person who checks the front door is the first one who dies.
Trace.
Oh, I ain't going.
Nose goes.
I won't die. So
Signs.
game on.
Signs scared the fuck out of me.
That was
That's
the.
a
Can I
fucked
turn
up
on the
movie.
light?
Oh, that scared
Nope.
the no.
Please,
No.
I'm
No.
scared.
No,
You're
'cause then,
scared.
then they know we're
Don't
here.
do it.
Yeah.
What are you, a little bitch?
I
Yeah.
brought up this
What are
shit,
you-
and I'm scared.
Shots.
Shots?
Shots? Signs
Dude,
scared
when
the
they're
fuck out of me.
when they're in the kitchen and then like they see
You could actually see it?
They trap
I-
it
oh,
and then you see like
God.
part of it and then like you hear them running upstairs on the roof and shit.
Oh, yeah.
The part of
Feel
the
my
signs-
arm. Feel my arm
I
right
got
now.
goosebumps
Feel my
right
arm right
Dude,
now,
I
dude.
know,
Like
I'm-
right now.
Oh,
I'm like,
fuck.
bring it on,
That shit-
motherfuckers! But like, I
That
don't-
movie
here's-
scarred
Here's
me.
the deal. I think if I get sucked out of Joe Rogan said it
they're like,
perfectly. He goes,
When you get
if I
sucked
get
off.
sucked out of a window by a ray of light and put on a ship, if more people will believe it than if I do some sort of drug and talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
See, but people have talked about it, but no one believes them still.
Right.
Wait, what do you mean do a drug and
Like
talk to them?
DMT.
Yeah, that's
I have
just
no
you
clue what
talking
that
to
is.
the very
don't
depths
know
of
what
your
that is?
consciousness.
So it's a chemical that your brain makes,
Okay.
and you like it's a natural chemical, but you can smoke it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
And
the way that it's described is it's like as close to, like, the way that the analogy goes is that it's if you smoke DMT, you will see what people have described seeing like as they're dying, like
Right.
literally like
Like
their
the-
last
Like
breath,
seeing the light.
like
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
so you have some real shit happen in your brain. In that
So you
time
smoke
frame.
that and talk to aliens
But then
then?
you-
Well,
then
that's what
Apparently,
he
yeah.
said.
So then you
I-
come back though.
I'm
if you
just
do it
saying, like, is that when
obviously.
you
Right.
like have your experience? Because some people have experiences that are like, oh, I got taken to the ship. Well,
Maybe
is
they're
it-
right.
well, right, and I'm not saying they're wrong, but you get taken there, or other people have to go through a dimension to talk to them or see them.
Dimensional stuff is really weird because I'm not
Because
I'm
I think
still not
DMT
really sure that
will
that
put you
exists.
through that dimension.
Have
Sure.
you seen Phil of the Future?
Oh God, we talked about
We
that
are
a couple
going
weeks ago.
backwards.
Yes.
We fucking did.
We're losing all credibility.
I was
My
kinda
thing is,
troubled
I
Credibility.
think, I
Credibility.
think that there is, I
Have
think
you seen that Disney show? Idiot!
with Mickey.
I
With
think
Roly Poly Oly. You remember that?
Roly Poly Oly.
PB&J Otter.
There you go.
Uh,
Classic.
I think that there's aliens on this earth.
I believe.
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
And
I think it's more like Men in
You've
Black
not
than it
seen
is
Men in Black?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think
so.
No, I agree with
I
that.
think there's aliens inside.
I was
this
thinking
Earth.
about this the other day
With-
Yeah, probably.
with the availability
War of the Worlds.
of like recording
I would fist bump
phones
you, but I can't.
and recording devices being more
Prevalent.
prevalent. Why? I mean, maybe it's not because I don't watch.
punch my
I don't
mouth.
watch as much
There are
TV
There's
anymore.
no footage of
Right.
There's
those kind of
not
things.
any extra footage of like Bigfoot and
The Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness Monster.
There was
because
a
they've
new
gotten
video
better
of
at
that.
hiding.
Chupacabras.
oh, they just got
and-
better at hiding. They're like, oh shit, it's 2010.
Matt,
I
Well,
better hide.
chupacabras kill
Chupacabras.
everything. So
What?
What?
Saw Chup-
I have goosebumps.
Chupacabras.
I used to watch so much shit about this.
did you also go
Uh-huh.
snipe hunting? while you were
Sci-Fi
out there?
Channel
What
was
blows?
it.
Snipe hunting?
Yeah, dude.
Snipe hunting. You've
Sniper
never heard of
yeah,
is a
snipe
real
snipe
bird,
hunting.
and
Hunt the
I never know
monsters.
what the fuck it looks like.
Yeah, it's because it doesn't fucking exist.
It's
Yeah,
fake.
it does. There's pictures of it.
no,
it's fake.
no.
Yep,
See-
and there's pictures of
My-
Bigfoot too, so
Yeah.
he exists.
And
Well-
there's taxidermy of jackalopes. Those aren't real either. So
Well,
My
yeah, duh, I know
grandparents
that.
sent my ass out into the fucking forest to go snipe hunting.
wow, your
and,
grandparents were sick of your
Yeah,
shit.
they
Is
were
what
like,
happened.
They're like, oh, go get some snipes.
Go fuck
What?
yourself.
yeah, right.
Snipe hunting's real. We have a limit for it.
Oh fuck!
See-
I think you're on a different kind of snipe.
Yeah, I don't think we're talking about the
We
same
might
thing.
be on the wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no.
The snipe we're talking about's made up.
But I
yeah,
think
it's totally fake.
so. Everyone
Oh,
used to like
wow.
joke and talk about like Area 51, but I think
That's
like,
real.
The biggest difference is like
I mean, it's
the-
a legit military base.
No, I know, but
no, I
like-
mean, but there's like really alien shit there.
I think the
I
biggest
guarantee it.
difference is like the commonality of video devices. To where like back then it was like uncommon, and if you video recorded something happening, it was like mind blowing as fuck.
right,
But now so many people record so many different like aspects of something.
right.
Like out in LA when there was that light show in the sky or whatever, unexplained. So many people captured so many different things that like they're like, what the hell is this? But then they find like some way to explain what type of
Well, and
phenomenon
here's the
it
other
was.
thing too, though, is that so many people videoed it, but the only videos you saw were the same two over and over.
Right.
Mhm.
So they could have been doctored easily,
But that's the
especially now
thing, yeah.
in today's day. Where
In
you
today's
got-
day, you can hardly believe anything that's posted
I mean,
because
you can-
doctoring
Right.
Because
is
there's
so
so
you can-
much,
easy.
and
Have
Yeah.
you ever
it's so
seen
easy to
deep
edit
fakes?
and
There are a
alter
reason
and-
that they're like banned on a lot of parts of the internet.
yeah,
What is banned?
Deep fakes.
What the hell is that?
It's
like really heavily
it's-
doctored videos. That
but they're
show-
so realistic that you
Yeah.
can't tell that they're fake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you,
you
can,
get somebody
you
like,
can literally take somebody's face and make them say whatever you want them to say.
Yep. I mean,
Can I
you and
turn
I
a
don't
light
have
yet?
that kind of
No.
technology. Nope,
Please?
not
I think
yet.
this makes that conversation so much better when the
Jesus
lights are
Christ.
out.
Dude, I've had goosebumps
I-
for
I'm
the
f-
past 10 minutes.
I'll let you
My
turn the
heart
lights on
is-
after I
my
tell you.
anxiety is through
I'm
the fucking
scanning
roof
around the
right now.
room, and it's just kind
Same.
of freaking me out.
Maybe,
Same.
maybe one
like-
of us is an alien right now.
Well,
Probably.
yeah, that could be
I've
it.
felt that way about myself sometimes.
Well,
All right,
What makes you
fucking
think
turn the
that
lights
idea,
on.
Joel?
I mean, they put me
Yeah.
on this world with
What
this
makes you
huge
think
old
that?
fucking wiener, and
Somebody
Ah.
giving
being
something
human.
away?
No, turn that off
Oh,
again real quick.
Christ.
I'll let you turn
No,
it back
turn
on in a
that
second.
lights off.
Turn it off. Turn it off. I just wanted to talk about the one part of signs that gets me every time. Going back to that conversation, the part of signs that gets me good. I'm not even a dog person, but it's when they have to sit there and listen to
The dog.
whatever
died.
it is get their dog. Like
Yeah.
they're sitting in
Yeah.
the kitchen, they know it's coming, they hear the dog barking, and then suddenly the dog is not barking anymore.
Maybe he's just sleeping.
so my question is
God,
can you,
this hurts.
this is the worst.
This is bad.
can you kill an alien?
Yeah.
With our gun.
With
Enough
a
bullets,
baseball
you
bat.
can kill anything.
Swing away.
Have you ever seen the
Destiny
movie
taught me that.
Independence Day?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but
Welcome to Earth, bitch.
Or the abyss. You could either
Knocks
kill
him
or
out.
restart a planet with just a big enough bomb.
right. That was my question of the week.
Well, I'm glad we answered it for you.
Because I really do think that it's like Men in
This
Black.
hurts so much.
And
I think it is. I think
I
there are
don't
more
know
aliens. They're
that
just
we
hidden.
have like a Men in Black like.
Oh, I absolutely guarantee that if
Space
aliens
Force.
are real, we have something similar to the Men in Black as a government agency, and they go about erasing people's memories. That's probably what deja vu is. They erase your memory back to when the last time you all the way back to the
So
first
when I
event
have
where you would
deja
have met
vu,
somebody
my memory got erased.
before. Yes,
So who did I meet?
you don't know. There's
I
no
would
way for you to
remember
know.
that.
No, you wouldn't. You would
Not if they
remember.
erase
You would
that
remember
memory.
that point in time. That's the last. That's the least common denominator that they could erase your memory to. So you never met the alien, or at least you never figured out that you met an alien and saw some shit that you shouldn't have seen.
That's
The other theory is it's like, oh well, deja vu is just like when you fucked up, and that was your quick save point. Like
Yeah,
when you
I've
fuck
heard
up in
that.
Far Cry, and you're
I've
like,
heard that.
nope, that didn't work, and you just
Yep.
reload your last save. Deja vu.
I've heard that, but I don't know. I
God,
think that you would remember
lights there.
at some point who that person is.
Maybe that's what DMT lets you see.
Did you just burp
Could
and
be.
blow that at me?
I just blew
By
it
the way.
this way, not at you.
I
You're
felt-
far
Could-
enough away that there's
I
no
mean,
way
I
that-
guess DMT could lead to that.
Sure,
but
maybe. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I've
into
never
doing
done it.
hallucinogens at all,
I've never
though.
done it.
I'm
out on that.
I'm
one.
all right with drugs. I just do not. I do not want to do any mushrooms or LSD or DMT or maybe. Say I would probably do
So now
MDMA
he's
or
taking shit off his
no. I would
list.
probably do MDMA or ecstasy because they're not really hallucinogens. They just make you feel good. So weed. But the thing is, I don't really like the way that they make you feel anyway. So I probably wouldn't really do much of them. I'd hardly ever get like. I don't really like getting drunk that much either because I feel like so not in control of what's happening.
Anybody else's
Your
anxiety fucking
attitude
through
while
the
you're
roof?
drinking
Yeah.
says the complete opposite.
I know, I'm sure it does. I have some fun when I'm drunk, but like the difference is like between getting smashed and being like
Yeah,
pleasantly
because you're
buzzed
like one of
I
my
am now.
drinking buddies that doesn't
Yeah.
ever blame me for victimizing them.
Yeah, that's fine. The thing is
I
that
think you did.
I get
Well,
sometimes the
asked.
times I get super trashed are the times I've been with you. Is the only common denominator there.
Maybe
Chris-
I am an alien because y'all get super trashed.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't ever seem to, except for on Sunday night, where I wasn't trashed and you were.
So if I
welcome.
can bring up, so I just went upstairs to take a piss.
Yeah, the lights were on. Well, actually, they were off
Let-
until you turned them off.
Lights-
You're breathing heavy.
Lights were part way on, and like I was freaked the fuck out that there was something up there, like alien wise. So, but that no. So hear me
Yeah,
out.
the power
So,
suggestion.
so that takes me back to one of Trace's birthdays. We were watching like alien videos, a couple of us in his computer room that he had, and like it freaked me the fuck out. I've seen a lot of shit in my life, but I think that's one thing that still freaks me the fuck out, and I think
Yes.
that's the power of like the
Yes.
unknown, because
Yeah.
like you think you know what it is, but you're still like, oh fuck. Which I saw a video last night that's like there's three types of people that walk up the stairs after you turn the lights off. Number one, you just walk right up like fuck this shit. Number two, you're like, all right, something's going on. Number three is like, holy fuck, get me up these stairs, something's coming for me. Like that shit, I don't know what it is, but like that will always be a fear
My
of mine that like
basement in my
something's
old
going
house
on.
used to scare the fuck out of me.
Like
My basement's
unfinished
not really
basement
much
is
of
scary
a
as
the
fuck.
unfinished part
I
of
think
that
it's
is
just like
what
the
it is.
fear of the unknown.
I was
'Cause
really
you
afraid
think
of
you
the
know what it
basement
is, but
for a
you've
while.
never experienced it. And like
Right.
if you do experience it, you're like, fuck.
Something that still sticks with me to
Stranger
this day.
Things, man.
See, that will fuck with me. I can't watch that
Stranger
within like
Things.
3 or 4 hours of going to sleep. Like it has to be like an evening. Or
I'm not
going to
be able to
type
sleep
activity.
after this fucking conversation.
So I'll
You know
be
what?
fine.
Hey, we've never talked about Momo.
Let's
Have
not talk
you seen
about
all
Momo.
the Momo stuff?
Yes,
shit.
That's
It's fake.
Let's not talk.
the
about-
view of that
Yeah.
freaks me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, no.
That's just an
what she looks
extension
like
of
is
Slender
scary.
Man. Like that's
Like
just
the
all,
face
or the
just-
Ring, or like it's just all
But
tied into the
it's
same
fake.
idea. Yeah.
Right, but it pops up on kids shit. Like who puts it up on
and
kids
it
shit?
tells them to do stuff.
Right, like kill themselves or turn on
Yeah,
the
it's
fucking
like a
oven while your parents are
Physical
sleeping.
challenge.
What
and-
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's because parents just. Part of me wants to be like, okay, these people are obviously bad people who are exploiting kids. But part of me is like, these people are like chaotic good, where they're like, we need to teach parents a lesson about just putting on a YouTube video and just
That's
sticking it in front of
true.
their kid and just
okay.
letting them sit there
but
all day.
so here's the deal. This happened last week. I didn't want to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up.
Where did you get touched?
So
In his butthole.
I was subbing for an elementary class, and they had
Uh-huh.
like station time, right? And iPads
Right.
are one of the stations. And like out of nowhere, one of the kids is like, "Oh, so and so brought up Momo," and like legit, I got instant goosebumps because like that shit freaks me out. And like the whole class was talking about it, and I was like, "Dude, like what the fuck is going on?"
They
like
all
it was
knew
a
about
creepy. They all know what it is.
First graders?
Yeah,
Well, probably because their parents.
I'm
are like,
sure
"If
they've
this
talked about it or
pops up,
whatever. But
Come talk to me.
so and so, and like they said, like so and so like pulled it up, and then they were like, "No, it was an accident." This that, and like deep down, I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" Like I was scared as fuck.
I think you tell
And like,
them don't
and,
pull it
and
up
it wasn't
and
like a
don't
big
watch it.
deal, but like if you've read about it, you've seen stories where like it says like kids follow along because it's like tasks you're supposed to complete or like stuff you're supposed to do.
Mm.
And like I heard that and I was like, dude, I'm not fucking with that right now. Like the view of the face, like instant goosebumps.
Well, it was like the
Fucks
Slenderman
me up.
thing in like Wisconsin or whatever it was, where the girls
Yeah.
Went
they stabbed their friend.
hiking or on a on the trail.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
just like, oh, the Slenderman had us. that we had to
Told
stab
us
our
to
friend.
stab her.
Like she just. I don't.
They
Yeah.
both got life
That-
sentences.
dude.
Yeah. No,
Shit's
that
terrifying.
that kind of power
that-
suggestion shit
So,
is.
did you guys hear that marijuana could lead to schizophrenia?
I heard mental illness.
Yeah, most of the shit that I see on that is all like if you start smoking weed at like 14, like you can't start. And this is why the more I read about stuff like that, because when I was younger, obviously I was like, oh, the drinking age being 21 is stupid. Brr, 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 brr. But there's a lot of evidence to suggest that your brain, as a male specifically, but even women's brains don't fully develop. You're not done developing at 18 when we've arbitrarily decided that you're an adult.
Right.
Like it's still going for another few years after that. And if you do things like drink a bunch of alcohol or smoke a bunch of weed or do a bunch of drugs before your brain's done, there's a good chance that it's going to fuck it up in a way that you weren't expecting or weren't realizing. So usually schizophrenia is genetic, like if you have it in your
Right.
family somewhere.
Well,
along
yeah,
the
you have
lines.
to be pre-exposed to it.
So-
like with smoking marijuana. But
Right.
how crazy is that everybody thinks that a drug that doesn't do anything to you actually does?
Well, they've proved plenty of times that so marijuana they've proved that it has no chemical dependency, so you can smoke it once and just never smoke it again and not be hooked.
Mentally.
Right, but there is a psychological addiction to it, as with anything, because you can have
Right.
a psychological. There's no chemical addiction to video games either,
Right.
but you get that
you're addicted to
psychological
it.
connection to it. Same thing with marijuana, but there's no chemical addiction to it like your brain or your body doesn't crave it like with cocaine or
Right.
nicotine or heroin or any of the other things. So they've proved that at least, but they've also proved that hey, you shouldn't be smoking weed if you're 15 years old, because if you smoke weed every day, insert Snoop Dogg song. If you smoke weed every day at 15, you're gonna fuck your shit up because your
Right.
brain's not done yet, and you're messing with how it's developing. So maybe you were gonna be the next Einstein, but you smoked weed every day from the ages of 15 to 18, so now you're dumb as hell. Like it could happen.
Conspiracy podcast. Government.
What
Dealing
about-
drugs.
Yeah, no, they proved that though. That's the thing.
Well, right.
That's the CIA is
brought
like dealing
in-
smack. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Brought in fucking drugs.
Yeah.
And
Which is
drug
why the war on
is
drugs
fake.
is it's absolute horseshit.
just to spend money to get free drugs.
And
for
you're
them.
going to get taken home in a black van tonight.
Probably.
And home is now Guantanamo.
whatever.
Where the aliens reside.
Yes, all the aliens are there, or in Arizona, or New Mexico, where the fuck Area 51 is. Where's Roswell? It's New Mexico.
Roswell, New Mexico.
Yep.
Area 51 is in Nevada.
No, Area 51 is in Roswell.
No, it's
No.
not. It's in Nevada.
It's part of Roswell, though. Is it on the border?
No.
Roswell is just random town. That
Roswell was a
Roswell
random
alien
thing
shit.
that decided to happen, and the government
That's
tried
where
to cover
a
it
UFO
up.
Oh, it's like
crashed.
the
Yeah, supposedly.
The place in Tennessee, actually. Where the fuck was it? It had a name. It's where all of the like Manhattan Project stuff was built, but nobody knew anything about what was being built. They just were like,
No shit.
this part of the town does. There were like factories there. It's like you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, and they took all those parts and assembled atomic bombs essentially. But the people there didn't know that they were doing that.
They just thought they were building stuff for the government.
Right. They're like, oh, it's, the war's on. We got to,
Right.
do the thing for the war. And, it turns out that they were building the worst thing man has ever built. You can make the argument that the internet is the worst thing man has ever built, but I think that nukes are probably above the internet. Something so bad that nobody wants to be the first one to use it.
But the United States decided to be the first people.
USA.
Yeah, because nobody else had them.
Well, right.
Now that plenty of superpowers have them, and people who aren't superpowers have them,
Would you have
Nobody
rather
wants to be the
someone
first one to use
else have used it before us?
No.
because
No,
the
no, no.
Germans were close, and the only
They
reason
were
we
very
got it
close.
is because we got all the German scientists who were close.
We'd all be spreading
NASA.
dick right now.
Holy fucking Christ. We need to.
Oh
have
yeah,
a
that's the other thing is that
different
Germany
topic,
won the space
different
war by
podcast.
way of the U.S.
Yep.
If you want to talk about people fighting out of whatever city by way of Brazil, it's the U.S. won the space race fighting out of Houston, Texas by way of Germany. That's how we won the space
Yeah.
race.
Von Braun.
Yep, Werner von Braun.
Motherfucker was a Nazi.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was a Nazi. He just
No,
was
he was
German.
a Nazi. Google it.
I don't think he was a Nazi.
Uh,
I've done plenty of research on Werner von Braun. He was a scientist. He wanted to do science stuff. He happened to be living in Germany and was a German, so he was doing science stuff for the Nazis.
He was a Nazi.
Does not make him a Nazi. There are plenty of people who were in the Wehrmacht who are
Was
not Nazis.
Nazi by
Nazi.
association.
Sure. But unless we've got a written statement from him that he was like, yeah, I hate the Jews.
Isn't he
He's
dead?
no more of he's dead, yes. He's no more of a Nazi than I am because I was born in Germany.
He worked for him.
Sure. I work for a company that I don't always like.
Yeah, but
Huh.
you're not.
What company?
I'm not saying my company.
Say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Say it.
All right. Well, I mean,
I should
that
probably
was my-
cover the logo because I'm wearing a jacket that has it on there right now.
DH.
Nope.
OH.
I
Direct
can-
Hills.
I can.
Direct Hills Energy.
Those were my couple of
Dick
topics
hustle.
anyway.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of everybody, which
Yeah,
scared
we
the
had to
shit
turn
out
the
of
lights on the
myself.
Blackout podcast because everybody's a pussy.
No, don't say we had to.
I did.
I wanted
Oh.
them out.
I'll admit it.
Weed out the bitches.
Ooh.
Oh, it's dark again.
I'll admit it.
Another podcast begins. Oh, and then it's out.
You look like
No, I have to pee too much to do another episode right away, so
Just pee your pants.
that's
Grandpa.
gross.
I bet you're wearing a Depends.
No, hey,
It's
listen. Some people are
9:31.
into diaper things, and
Bazinga.
that's not me.
We should go watch more funny videos so I can get my mind off this.
Oh, we're gonna do.
Or we could
sound
play the
clip.
pizza box game.
Let's
Oh.
end it. Sound clip podcast.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
right. I got to pee first before we do that. So.
Ah,
Hurry up. End of podcast. Goodbye.
bye.